Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Zahid, and I'm actually in sunny San Francisco right now in the Mission District because I'm on my way to the paint shop to pick up my freshly painted OEM side strakes for my Honda S2000. At the shop now. Got Zig's dog right there, but they look really good. Maybe we'll do a little tour of the shop if Zig's cool with it. This is his track S2000. Recently repaired this hardtop after someone tried to steal it, and you can't tell right now, it's a little dirty, but it's very dirty, but he painted it himself. He's got another one over here, another track S2000 it looks like. Thank you so much for painting the side strakes. It's a great shop. I take all my cars here. You guys do an amazing job. So where can they find you guys?
We're at 1423 Valencia Street in San Francisco.
Dope. So I'll definitely be back. We'll have more stuff for you to paint eventually. Okay, it is now the next day. The car is jacked up, ready to go. And before I jump into this install, I want to go over the parts that come in the 28th anniversary side strake kit. So I got everything laid out because organization is key when it comes to any install. This is the upper strake, which was paint matched, and it looks amazing. This is the lower strake, which is more under the car and probably deflects most of the air that disrupts the rear wheels. And this is a new piece that comes with the 20th anniversary kit. It is not visible from outside the car. It is actually under the car, and it stops, I guess, extra wind and drag from entering your rear wheel wells. So, interesting piece. Also comes with a boatload of hardware. There's so much in here, I don't know if you can really tell. I was really surprised. This is gonna be a little bit more of an in-depth install than I initially thought, but nothing I can't handle. And then lastly, we have the kind of like the molding that goes around the upper part of the strake, and it just kind of gives it that clean OEM finish to look. It's the same molding that you would find around a CR lip or an AP2 lip. And it just kind of fills up that gap and makes it look real clean. Okay, step one, you're gonna wanna remove the rear wheels. That way you create some space to do this install. Next, you're gonna use the diagram that comes in the kit to mark the hole for the lower side strake. Technically, you're supposed to make a hole for the upper side strake as well, but I decided that it wasn't necessary, and a lot of other people seem to agree. Now it's time for the scary part where you have to drill a hole into your car, and trust me, it's really not that bad, but please don't be an idiot like me. Wear eye protection, wear gloves. It's a miracle I didn't get a piece of metal in my eye trying to do this. You're going to want to start with the smaller bit, and then you're going to slowly work your way up to the diameter listed in the instructions that I have linked in the description below. Again, if you guys have questions about anything, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or leave a comment below and I'll get back to you right away. Now that we have our hole, we're going to make sure that we cover it up with some paint so that we stop any rust from happening in the future. Take your time with this. You want to make sure you coat all spots that have exposed metal. As you're waiting for the paint to dry, this is the perfect time to remove this backing piece in preparation for the lower side strake install. This is also a great time to prep the surface for the upper strake to adhere to. I'm using a surface prep spray that removes wax and other residue so that the 3M tape can have the best bond with the rocker panel. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to like the video, and if you're feeling generous, maybe subscribe to the channel to help your boy get to 1,000 subs this year. Well, it turns out I was wrong about these things. They're literally the exact same things as the ones that are already on the car. This is a replacement. Oh well, let's continue on. Okay, now it's time for arguably the trickiest part of this install. You are provided these turn nuts with the kit, and it's essentially an anchor that goes into the hole you drilled for the lower side strake. Once that's in, you're going to bolt up the lower side strake into the hole that you drilled along with the anchor, and then you're going to start to attach the clamps in the rear. Okay, we're almost there. Now we're going to line up the upper strake and mark where the brackets are going to go for the upper strake to be connected into the fender. Before we put the brackets in place, the directions call for this adhesive seal that you place over the spots where the brackets go, most likely to stop the brackets from scratching your paint. Now it is the moment of truth. You're going to start preparing the 3M tape on the upper strake. You're going to make sure that it sits well in the little notches for the lower strake, keeping it in place. And then lastly, you're going to make sure that the rear of the upper strake lines up with the brackets in the back. Once everything is lined up perfectly, apply pressure and give the 3M tape a good chance to adhere to the rocker panel. Absolute last step is to make sure that the strake is attached to the brackets with the little screws that they provide, and then you are good to go. And just like that, another successful install completed. I think it looks absolutely amazing and perfectly complements my front lip and rear spoiler. For whatever reason, I am especially proud of this install, maybe because I had to drill into my car or maybe because I did it all by myself. Something about this install just felt really special. A lot of S2000 owners told me that they didn't like OEM side strakes, and I'm glad I went with my gut and installed them anyways because I think they complement my car perfectly. Well, thank you for rocking with me for another install. If you want, hit me up on IG, and if you watched it all the way to the end, dude, you better like and subscribe to the video. All right, peace out.